The B stands for is really good at basketball. The Toronto Raptors, 4 straight victories. I don't mean to disrespect the Raptors hat. I just wanted to make a funny entrance. The Toronto Raptors have won 4 straight, and you are now tied with my Chicago Bulls, and that's a very good thing to have because the Bulls are suffering right now. Welcome back to the channel, though, man. Today we got a Raptors video. If you guys are new here, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I post daily Raptors content. Honestly, at this point, it's kind of like 2 a day. This Raptors team's phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I got a lot to say. 44-32. Now let's try and get 125 likes on today's video for the 125 points that they scored. I have so many comments about tonight's game. I do want to appreciate everybody who tuned into my live stream tonight, live streamed the whole game. At one point, I think it was in the second quarter, the Minnesota Timberwolves were up 17 points. If you guys have been watching the Raptors all season, they love to start slow, don't they? They're like the old OG Golden State Warriors. Like, they freaking live off that third quarter. Third quarter is it's like one of the best teams to exist. But tonight it kind of started at the end of the second quarter, and a lot of it has to do with just that hounding, pesky defense that Toronto has. And I want to start the video off. First off, let me give some love to Pascal. This guy had, let's give you a stat line: 12 points, 10 rebounds, 13 assists, career high, 1 steal, 1 block, 5 of 15 from the field. Siakam was suffering on offense. Just like, honestly, the whole game suffered. Finished a plus 27, and we talk about this all the time on this channel. Good players, great players, when you can't score offensively, when just nothing's working offensively, they do everything else well. That's exactly what Siakam did tonight. We have been talking about all freaking season. This guy's averaging over 5 assists per game. We've been talking all season about how underrated Siakam is and how much offense and opportunity he provides with his passing. Siakam, give this man an All-NBA, please. If Siakam isn't an All-NBA at the end of the season, the league's out to get Toronto. I feel like we kind of already know that. The NBA media gives literally zero love, to the Toronto Raptors, and it makes zero sense. There is no reason behind it whatsoever. But tonight, bro, offensively, GTJ, I know he's been dealing with some stuff. I know he's in and out of lineup sometimes recently. Brother, 6 of 8 from downtown, 9 of 13 from the field, 29 points. He had 15 at half. Foot on the gas, baby. Foot on the freaking gas. And then, as I've said since he's come back in every video, welcome back, OG Anunoby. Welcome back, OG Anunoby. Oh my God, you are so young and you are so talented. One of the reasons I was so confident in Toronto making a postseason run is because they had a fat chunk of the season missing OG Anunoby. This is a defensive lockdown, guy who can guard pretty much anybody on the court when you need him to, and a 17.5 point per game score. Tonight, OG Anunoby, 22 points, 9 of 13 from the field, 4 of 4 from downtown, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, plus 29. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause. If you have Gary Trent Jr. and OG Anunoby trending in the right direction, guys like Siakam, guys like Freddie, especially once Freddie gets healthy, we'll talk about Freddie here in a minute, those guys are going to get it going in the playoffs. So if you have Gary Trent Jr. and you have OG Anunoby catching fire, not only from downtown, but just offensively in general, you're in a good position. Freddie tonight, obviously he's still injured or hurt, or whichever the proper terminology is for a guy who is playing through an injury. I think hurt's probably the word. I don't know. The part of my take squad loves that. But anyways, Freddie tonight, what I really want to talk about, he had 12 points, 8 assists. I want to talk about the 5 steals because one of my viewers in the chat in my stream tonight pointed it out. This guy's like a pest. He is so pesky on defense, and it is so cool. This man is literally playing through a knee injury, and he is giving it his all, not only on offense, but defensively. This guy's putting his body on the line, and it does give me some concern. I would love for Freddie to be rested. Just rest the guy. If he needs the rest, rest him. If he doesn't need the rest him. Anyways, defensively, Freddie tonight was fabulous. He was fabulous. I can't even remember last time I used that word fabulous to describe a player's play. What an interesting sequence of words that was. But Freddie, like, going back to the Siakam thing, if you're not producing offensively, if your shots just aren't falling, I think Freddie after the first quarter was like 2 of 10. He got going later on in the game. Only finished 5 of 15, but bro, you need to be terrified of Toronto. I mean, you let this team get healthy. They're the last team I want to play in the playoffs. Last team. Scottie Barnes, I think, had 5 straight games after, what was it, career high from points where he scored, like, he was only averaging 12. And the key word is only averaging 12. This is a guy who I think majority of Raptors fans, let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong, but, like, I think majority of Raptors fans were happy with anything double digits from Scottie Barnes this season. Tonight, 17 points and a very efficient 7 and 9 from the field, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He kind of was the guy who really put the foot on the gas. He struggled early on in the game to generate offense or just in general. If Scottie Barnes is playing the way he's playing right now in the playoffs, like, do you guys see the trend here? I feel like Raptors fans are completely aware of the fact that whoever they play in the first round of the playoffs should be afraid. I think this team can go further than the first round. You guys know I have them going the second round. Moving on to the bench, dude, Thaddeus Young. This guy took, like, I think he might have taken 0 threes. He took a number you can count on your right hand threes at the very max in his career in San Antonio last season, this season. This man tonight, 2 of 3 from downtown. He's feasting on that corner. But not only has he developed this ability, and it's not even like he's just developing this ability. It's just something San Antonio didn't seem to utilize, or something he wasn't pushing that much in San Antonio. Different offense, I guess. Plus 17, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 17 minutes. But if you watch the game, you saw his direct impact. I mean, that's an impressive stat line for 17 minutes, plus 17, might I add as well. But you know Thaddeus Young's impact. The only people complaining about the Raptors giving up a first-round pick for Thaddeus Young are the people who aren't watching Thaddeus Young on the Raptors. Precious Achiuwa, 3 of 7 from downtown tonight, plus 20, 13 points, 4 rebounds, gave you a steal, 5 and 9 from the field. Precious Achiuwa is shooting 40 point... I just hiccuped. Precious Achiuwa, keep in mind, this doesn't include tonight's stats. He's shooting 40.3% post-All-Star break. This is a guy who in Memphis and Miami there was no threat whatsoever for his three-point shooting ability. He comes to Toronto. Someone in my chat today was like, Nick Nurse wrote a book. He wrote a shooting book, and all these guys are reading it. And it's like, yeah, damn straight they are. Chris Boucher didn't have it going offensively tonight, but, you know, that's, especially the way Chris has been playing post-All-Star break as well, it's pretty rare. That's pretty rare. I still don't really understand why you sign Armoni Brooks to a 2-year contract, which makes him eligible for playoff games. And then, I mean, if this wasn't a blowout, Armoni was about to pick up another DNP. He ended up playing some garbage time, gave you 2 rebounds, but like 4 minutes, and it's garbage time. You're already up like 20 plus points. You're not, like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't really understand. Like, don't you want Armoni Brooks to be at his peak before the playoffs? But that's like my one critique of the Toronto Raptors as of late, and especially tonight. Ken Burch has been just pretty god-awful as of late, which sucks because recently he was getting better. But I really don't know. I don't know. I'm hoping if Armani's not playing, I'm hoping that means when Malachi's back, he's going to be seeing playing time. The 8-man rotation isn't an issue to me. I just feel like you'd have a lot more offensive success if you put in a 3-point shooter, because obviously Nick Nurse like more staggers the lineup rather than playing like a traditional, you know, starter and then subbing in with a bench. I don't have an issue with the 8-man rotation, and, you know, once you get to the playoffs, you do want a condensed rotation, but I'm hoping Armoni Brooks not playing right now means Malachi might get some run. I don't really know. You know, I'm not an NBA coach. I don't really know. But all in all, this was a phenomenal win for a team who was down 17 points in the second quarter, dominated the rest of the second quarter, dominated the third, dominated the fourth quarter. And keep in mind, this is a Minnesota Timberwolves team who was phenomenal on offense, and they shut them down tonight. So if you weren't afraid of Toronto, well, I have news for you. This is not a team you want to play in the playoffs, regardless of the team. Even if you're the Celtics, even if you're the freaking Phoenix Suns, and it's the finals. I know I just insinuated that, but that's it for today. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button. Let's try and hit 125 likes on today's video, and I appreciate all you guys so much. Got a Raps video coming for you tomorrow, so stay tuned. And drop a comment down below. Any thoughts on tonight's game? Any thoughts on the Raptors in general? Peace.